Hello friends, welcome back to the channel. Today we are starting a very important new series, the 8th Lord in the 12th houses. So let's get started. Now, I know many people get very nervous or scared when they hear about the 8th house. They think, oh, 8th house is there, so only bad luck or accidents or sudden trouble will come. But yeah, please understand that 8th house is not just about problems. Yeah, it rules sudden ups and downs, secrets, and life's big changes, but it also represents longevity, secret money, inheritance, deep research, astrology, and also a very strong willpower. So it gives you a kind of inner strength that you can only get after facing real hurdles. So the planet that rules your 8th house shows where this energy or transformation and mystery will play out. So wherever this planet sits in your chart, that area of your life becomes the main ground for your major life changes. So in this series, we will go through all 12 houses one by one. So let's start with the first house. 8th Lord in the first house. So the first house is simply you, your physical body, your basic personality, and how you deal with your life. So when your 8th Lord comes into the first house, the heavy, deep energy of the 8th house, like sudden changes, secrets, crises, and rebirth, that those become a direct part of who you are. So you carry this intense vibe in your personality. So that means that like you are not a surface level person. People can feel your depth whenever like you enter a room, and you have probably gone through much more than others realize, and those tough times have made you who you are today. So your life will naturally have more sudden ups and downs and unexpected shifts than the average person. Like things might look settled, and then suddenly there are changes. But every time you go through these changes, you come out much stronger and becoming more practical. So that's your biggest superpower. Strengths. So you have a highly magnetic and deep presence. People find you very interesting and compelling, even if they can't explain why. And you have amazing willpower. Like your willpower is incredible. You have survived things that would easily break other people, and you have that fighting spirit in your eyes, and natural detective or healer. So you are a natural investigator, whether it is research, psychology, astrology, or healing. You love digging beneath the surface. Like you love to find out what's there within. Challenges. You must take proper care of your physical health. The 8th Lord in the first house can bring sudden health issues. So please don't ignore what your body is trying to tell you. You can come across as very secretive or hard to read person. You could look very secretive because you do not share everything easily. So because of that, like others might find it very hard to trust or understand you at first, and there could be too many sudden plot twists. So that means like life will throw you unexpected plot twists. So you have to learn how to keep calm when sudden changes happen, and what to practice. So stop resisting change. Like every time your life took a sudden turn in the past, it has eventually led to something deeper and more stable. So changes are going to happen, like certain changes are going to happen in your life for the whole of your life. So start to accept those changes in your life and try to open up a little bit with the people you love. You don't have to carry every secret or worry alone, and be very consistent with your diet, sleep, and medical checkup. Don't ignore your health, because care, preventative care, like, is very important for you. All 9 planets as 8th lord. So if Sun is your 8th lord in the first house, then your whole ego and identity get shattered and rebuilt through life's crisis. There is quite heavy authority about you. Gains can come through inheritance or behind the scenes work. If Moon is your 8th lord in the first house, you are highly intuitive and emotionally very deep. You feel everything intensely but keep a total calm. You can read others people's mind easily. If Mars is your 8th lord in the first house, you are physically fearless and brave. You are drawn to high intensity or emergency work, but be careful of sudden accidents or rash driving or minor injuries. If Mercury is your 8th lord in the first house, you have a sharp detective like mind, and that's great for research, accounting, hidden facts, or even astrology. And also you speak very directly and you love uncovering secrets. And if Jupiter is your 8th lord in the first house, you have a divine safety net. No matter how big the crisis is, you will be saved at the last moment, and every life lesson turns into deep spiritual wisdom for you. If Venus is your 8th lord in the first house, your love life and creative side are kept highly private. You will have a deep inner emotional world. You will likely get financial gains or assets through your life partner's resources. If Saturn is your 8th lord in the first house, your self reinvention is a long, slow, and disciplined grind. You must manage health with daily discipline, but the inner strength you've built over the years is completely unbreakable. If Rahu is associated with 8th lord or the first house, then you will have an obsessive, highly ambitious personality. You could be magnetically drawn to the occult, sacreds, or taboo subjects. Your life will go through massive roller coaster, like changes again and again. And if Ketu is like associated with the 8th lord of the first house, deep past life spiritual wisdom will come to you naturally. You are detached from worldly show off. When life falls apart, you don't panic. You just accept it with absolute grace and you keep moving forward. 8th lord in the second house. Now the second house is your Dhana Bhava. It rules your bank balance, your savings, your family, your speech, and the food you eat. So when the 8th lord, which is the lord of the sudden changes and secrets, comes into this house, your money life and family environment will not be simple or flat. You will face unexpected situations here. So what this placement means? So see, this placement means that your financial life will have its share of plot twists. Money won't just flow in a normal, predictable way. One day a sudden expense might come out of nowhere, and another day you might get a sudden bulk amount through some hidden sources or inheritance. But don't worry, the beauty of this placement is that you have a very strong capacity to bounce back from any financial setback. Like even if you lose money, you know how to build it up again from scratch. Also, your speech has a very deep, intense power. When you talk, people can feel your depth, so you must use your words carefully. Strengths. Secret income pathways. So first, you can earn through very unconventional secret or research oriented fields, like like inheritance, deep research, or astrology can make you a lot of money. Financial fighting spirit. So you are financially very tough. If some crisis knocks your savings down, you don't sit and cry. You have the willpower to rise back and build your wealth again. Third one is powerful speech. So your speech carries genuine weight. You are not a person who does useless small talk. When you speak, people really listen because they feel the depth behind your words. Challenges. Sudden money drains. Sudden money drains are a major theme. You might face completely unexpected expenses out of nowhere. So having a secret emergency saving funds is not a choice for you, but it is absolutely necessary. Family money secrets. So there could be family secrets or hidden money matters that can cause a lot of drama. There could be hidden debts, undisclosed assets, or issues around joint property that could create tension. Third one is sharp or blunt speech. So your words can sometimes be too blunt or sharp. So if you are not careful, people might think you are being harsh or secretive, which can create unnecessary distance in your family as well. What to practice? So make it a strict rule to save a portion of your money consistently. No matter how much you are earning, you need that solid financial buffer to handle sudden plot twist. And avoid hidden debts. Never get into hidden financial deals or undocumented debts. Keep your tax and money matters totally clean and transparent. And think before speaking. So watch your tongue when you are angry or stressed, especially when you are angry or stressed. Your words carry a lot of force, so speak softly and with care. All 9 planets as 8th Lord in the second house. Sun. If Sun is your 8th Lord in the second house, your money and savings are tied to sudden shifts or government or authority roles. So there can be hidden issues around family property. Your speech is very powerful, but be careful it doesn't sound too be careful to not to sound too arrogant or harsh. If Moon is your 8th Lord in the second house, your bank balance fluctuates depending on your emotional state. Like, do not go for emotional shopping when you are stressed. Your speech is deeply emotional and touches people's hearts easily. If Mars is your 8th Lord in the second house, you are a very aggressive earner, but watch out for major property fights in the family. Because of your bold nature, your speech can be too direct and sharp, which can hurt others. If Mercury is your 8th Lord in the second house, you have a brilliant investigative mind when it comes to finance. You can easily earn through tax planning, auditing, research, or writing, and you speak very smartly and logically. If Jupiter is your 8th Lord in the second house, you are highly protected from major financial downfalls. Even if things look bad, some divine support will come and save your savings. Your wisdom will help you build great long-term wealth, and people trust your speech. If Venus is your 8th Lord in the second house, you can get financial gains through your life partner or hidden artistic talents. Your family might have a very refined or high class taste, and your speech is naturally sweet and charming. If Saturn is your 8th Lord in the second house, your money building journey is very slow, highly disciplined. Wealth will not come overnight, but whatever you build through your hard work will stay with you forever, and your speech is very measured and serious. If Rahu is associated with the 8th Lord or the second house, then this brings a complete roller coaster in your financial life. There could be sudden huge windfalls and sudden huge expenses you might earn through very unconventional or modern digital assets, and your speech is highly magnetic but can easily confuse people. If Ketu is associated with the 8th lord or the second house, you carry a deep spiritual detachment toward money. Even if you have a lot of savings, you don't feel too attached to them. You speak very less, but when you speak, you share deep, meaningful wisdom. 8th lord in the third house. So now, third house is your Parakrama Bhava. So it means like it rules your self efforts, your courage, your younger siblings, your hands, your communication skills, and short journeys. So when 8th lord sits here, your way of being brave and sharing ideas is not about making a loud noise. Your courage is very deep and quiet. See, this with this placement, you have the guts to look at and talk about things that make other people uncomfortable, like whether it is writing, making videos, doing research, or creative work. Your mind and your communication will naturally go towards deep, hidden, or mysterious topics. You might have faced some sudden ups and downs or unexpected situations with your younger siblings, or maybe there were sudden changes during short travels. But these life events have actually given you a very deep understanding of human nature, which normal people simply do not have. Which normal people, yeah. And you have the courage to speak what others are secretly thinking. Strengths: penetrating communication style like you are a very deep and penetrating communicator. When you write or when you speak, your words hit the target directly and stay in people's minds for a long time. Natural researcher or writer. So you make an excellent investigator, researcher, journalist, or writer. Like you don't just scratch the surface, you dig deep to find the real truth. And third one is fearless to talk about taboos. You have a very unique kind of courage. You are not afraid to learn about or speak a taboo topics or about occult or sacred things that other people try to avoid. Challenges: first one is sudden ups and downs with siblings. Your relationship with siblings or close neighbors can face sudden misunderstanding or breaks. You need to actively work on keeping these connections smooth. Second one is unexpected travel hurdles or delays. Like during short travels, you might face sudden hurdles, delays, or minor vehicle troubles. So whenever you go on short trips, please plan carefully and drive safely. Third one is speech can feel too heavy or intense. Your speech can sometimes feel too intense or blunt. If you say a very heavy truth at the wrong time, people might get offended. Like even if you are totally right. What to practice: nurture sibling bonds. Like put extra effort into keeping a sweet relationship with your siblings. Call them, check on them, and don't let old family arguments create a permanent wall. Second one is travel carefully. Be a bit more patient and alert when traveling. Don't rush on the roads and keep your vehicle in good condition. Third one is time your words. Work on your timing, like whenever you speak. Before saying something very deep or intense, ask yourself, like, is this the right moment, or is this person ready to hear this? So that way you can improve your speech. All 9 planets as 8th lord in the third house. So if Sun is your 8th lord in the third house, you are bold and very authoritative when talking about investigative or hidden research. Your courage gets tested during sudden travels or sibling issues, but you emerge much stronger. If Moon is your 8th lord in the third house, you are an emotionally deep communicator who feels the weight of every word. Like sibling bonds can have hidden emotional ups and downs. Your gut feeling is extremely strong when communicating. If Mars is your 8th lord in the third house, you are completely fearless and sharp with your words. You are excellent for crisis management, emergency fields, or investigative work. But you should always watch your temper with your younger siblings. If Mercury is your 8th lord in the third house, you have a brilliant and a sharp mind that loves solving puzzles and that loves researching hidden subjects. Um, and you can easily earn through investigative writing, analyzing data, or occult research. If Jupiter is your 8th lord in the 3rd house, you are blessed with divine protection. Even during tough debates, arguments, or risky travels, some wisdom will protect you, and sibling relationships also improve beautifully over time. If Venus is your 8th lord in the 3rd house, your hidden creative skills and artistic talents will surface beautifully through writing or media. Sibling bonds are warm, even if there are occasional sudden changes. If Saturn is your 8th lord in the 3rd house, you are a very slow, serious, and highly thoughtful communicator. Sibling bonds might feel a bit heavy or distant in early life, but you build deep, solid expertise over the years. If Rahu is linked to 8th lord or 3rd house, you are a highly unconventional, obsessive speaker. You love talking about taboo, mysterious, or out of the box topics. Sibling dynamics can be very unusual or bring major life transformations. If Ketu is linked to 8th lord or 3rd house, you have past life talent for deep spiritual knowledge. You are very quiet and detached in your communication, but when you speak, your words carry a very high spiritual power. 8th lord in the 4th house. So now the 4th house is your Sukhavava. It rules your home environment, your mother, your inner peace, your vehicles, land, property, and your overall emotional foundation. So when the 8th lord, the planet of sudden secrets and big transformations, comes into this house, your home life and emotional world will go through major plot twists. So this placement means your domestic life won't be totally flat or predictable. You might experience sudden relocations, changes in the family structure, or hidden family secrets coming to light. Because of these sudden shifts, finding consistent peace of mind can be a bit difficult. But you don't have to worry. The beautiful thing about this placement is that it builds incredible emotional toughness, because you have faced ups and downs inside your own home. So you have a very deep, mature understanding of life. You can keep your head cool when everything around you is shaking, and that's a massive strength you have. So looking at the strengths, like one of the strengths is you have, as I said, you have incredible emotional toughness. When domestic issues or family crises happen, you don't break down easily. You have the strength to handle them and keep your family together. The second one is gains from ancestral property. So there's high chances of sudden gains through ancestral property, inheritance, or even hidden family assets. The third one is deep intuitive bond with family. So you have a deep natural intuition, and you can instantly sense the mood of your family members and understand what is happening behind closed doors, like without anyone saying a word. Like through your intuition, natural intuition. Challenges: mother's health needs extra care. So your mother's health may face sudden ups and downs over the years. So you need to keep a close eye on her well-being and make sure she goes for regular checkups. The second one is hidden complications in property. There could be secret legal issues or unclear titles. So make sure to never buy any property or sign papers in a hurry. The third challenge is sudden disturbances of peace of mind. Like sudden domestic events can easily disturb you and your peace of mind, and may make you feel emotionally restless. What to practice? So first of all, prioritize your mother's health. Be very proactive about your mother's health. Don't wait for minor issues to grow. Get her checked early and take care of her emotional happiness. And the second one is keep property papers clear. Always keep your property and your vehicle papers clear. Make sure all legal documentations are fully completed without any shortcuts. And then third one is build inner stillness. Like build a daily routine for your inner stillness. Like for example, things like meditation, breathing exercises, or just sitting quietly in a corner of your house that can help you stay balanced no matter what's happening outside. All 9 planets as 8th lord in the 4th house. So if sun is your 8th lord sitting in your 4th house, then your family identity goes through a complete rebuilding process. You can get sudden gains from ancestral property, but your relationship with your mother or family authority figures can be quite complex and deep. If moon is your 8th lord in the 4th house, your emotional state is highly sensitive. You feel deeply, like you feel everything very deeply and can get easily affected by the home atmosphere. So keep a gentle eye on your mother's health and wellness as well. If Mars is your 8th lord in the 4th house, there can be sudden high energy events or arguments at home. You are a very fierce defender of your family, but make sure you don't let your home disputes get hot tempered, and keep property matters legally clean. If Mercury is your 8th lord in the 4th house, you have a detective like focus on family history or real estate. You can earn nicely through home based research, property valuation, or uncovering hidden details about land and houses. If Jupiter is your 8th lord in the 4th house, you have a very strong divine shield protecting your home and inner peace. Even when big family crises come, some ancestral blessing or spiritual wisdom will save you at the last minute. If Venus is your 8th lord in the 4th house, you love having a highly private, beautiful home life that is hidden away from outsiders. You can gain sudden wealth or comfort through your spouse family assets, and you find true peace in quiet solitude. If Saturn is your 8th lord in the 4th house, your journey of building a stable home is very slow because of highly disciplined process. Your mother's health will require consistent, patient care over the years, but the emotional strength you build is completely unbreakable. If Rahu is linked to 8th lord or the 4th house, this kind of combination will bring sudden, highly unconventional changes to your living situation. You might move houses often or have a very unique domestic setup. You have a restless desire to find where you truly belong, which will settle as you grow older. If Ketu is linked to 8th lord or the 4th house, you feel a deep spiritual detachment from material luxuries like big houses or fancy cars, and you find your genuine peace of mind through simple living, through spiritual practices, and through spending quiet time with yourself. 8th lord in the 5th house. The 5th house is also called Putra Bhava. So it rules your creative spark, your intelligence, your children, your romantic relationships, and your past life blessings or Purva Punya. So when 8th lord, the planet of deep secrets and sudden changes and transformations, so that comes into this house, this 5th house, then your heart, mind, and creative life will not experience flat or simple paths. So this placement means things you love and create will go through natural cycles of death and rebirth. So your romantic life won't be casual or superficial. It will carry a lot of emotional depth and sudden shifts. And creative projects might face unexpected roadblocks. So that will only force you to dig deep and discover a hidden talent you didn't know you had. So you do not have to worry. The beauty of this placement is that it gives you massive creative power and deep intelligence. So even when your heart gets broken or a plan fails, you don't stay down. You use that pain as fuel to create something truly beautiful, and that is your biggest strength. So, talking about strength, the first one is like you have deeply transformative creative skills. Whether it is writing, coding, or art, your work has a very intense magnetic quality that touches others at a psychological level. The second one is intense and soulful romantic bonds. So you love with soulfulness, like your love is soulful. When you bond with someone romantically, it is not a casual affair. You connect at a very deep, meaningful level. The third one is natural investigative or research mind. So you have a natural detective like intelligence. You can easily solve highly complex, multi layered problems and see patterns that others completely miss. Challenges. The first one is children's health needs extra attention. So your children's health or their life path can go through sudden ups and downs. You might worry a lot about them. So keeping a calm and proactive eye on their health is very important. The second one is sudden emotional ups and downs in romance. So your love life can face sudden shifts, secrets coming to light, or unexpected emotional transitions. The third one is heavy losses in high risk financial speculation. So high risk investments or stock market speculation can bring sudden financial shocks. So because the eighth house energy does not support easy gambling here. What to practice? Watch your children's health. Be very proactive and attentive about your children's physical and emotional health. Don't let your inner anxieties make you overly possessive of them, and be fully honest in love. Always practice radical honesty in love, because the eighth house brings hidden things to the surface, because eighth house is in the fifth house. So eighth house brings hidden things to the surface. Keeping your relationship clean and transparent prevents sudden misunderstanding. The third one is avoid risky investments. So stay far away from quick money schemes, lotteries, or risky stock speculation. Put your money only in solid, researched, and well documented assets. All 9 planets as eighth lord in the fifth house. If Sun is your eighth lord in the fifth house, your creative ego and sense of self get thoroughly revealed through life's unexpected events. You can develop a very deep, authoritative, creative skill over time, but your relationship dynamics with children can be complex. If Moon is your eighth lord in the fifth house, your emotional state is deeply tied to your children and romantic partners. You feel their pain and joy intensely, and watch out for romantic anxieties and trust your powerful gut feelings. If Mars is your eighth lord in the fifth house, you have a very fierce, passionate, and energetic creative drive. You will fight like a warrior for your children, and but make sure you don't let romantic disagreements turn into hot-tempered disputes. If Mercury is your eighth lord in the fifth house, you have a brilliant, sharp intellect that's perfect for deep analysis, investigative writing, and coding complex databases. You love researching hidden topics and solving mental puzzles. If Jupiter is your eighth lord in the fifth house, you are blessed with a divine shield. Even when romance or parenting brings difficult emotional challenges, your spiritual wisdom will guide you and turn every crisis into a beautiful life lesson. If Venus is your eighth lord in the fifth house, your love life and creative talents are kept highly private and hidden. That's hidden from away from the world, and you can gain sudden wealth through deep creative partnerships or your lover's resources. If Saturn is your eighth lord in the fifth house, your creative success and romantic happiness might feel quite delayed or slow to build in early life, but with patience, disciplined effort, and you build an unbreakable and solid foundations in these areas. If Rahu is linked to eighth lord or the fifth house, This will bring a complete roller coaster of sudden creative breakthroughs and highly unconventional romantic attractions. You might have a very out of the box ideas about parenting or romance. If Ketu is your eighth lord in the fifth house, you carry a deep spiritual detachment towards romance and worldly achievements. You possess a natural genius level creative or technical talent from your past lives, and you connect with your children with selfless love. Eighth lord in the sixth house. So the sixth house rules your daily obstacles, conflicts, debts, health issues, and service. So when eighth lord, the planet of deep, sacred, sudden changes and transformations, steps into this house, we are looking at two difficult Dusthana houses coming together. In Vedic astrology, this creates a special connection that's called Viparita Raja Yoga. So instead of dragging you down, these two heavy energies actually neutralize each other. So this placement means you have a powerful hidden protection built into your life. So when things go wrong, when obstacles seem too big, or when people try to work against you quietly, a sudden reversal happens. So your enemies tend to defeat themselves without you needing to do much. Financial crisis or sudden health challenges that would break other people will only trigger an extraordinary survival instinct in you. So this doesn't mean your life is just an endless series of problems. It means you are built like an ultimate survivor. What looked like a devastating setback often reverses itself into a massive breakthrough. So that will make you far stronger than you were before. Strengths. Enemies and competitors tend to defeat themselves. Like your enemies and competitors tend to fall into their own traps. You don't have to waste your energy fighting back. The universe itself has a way of clearing your path naturally. The second one is incredible resilience to bounce back from crisis. So you have incredible resilience. If you experience a career setback or a health issue or a financial tight spot, you bounce back with a strength that surprises everyone. The third one is hidden reserves of strength when under pressure. So you possess hidden reserves of power. When you are pushed into a corner, your survival instincts kick in, giving you the focus and drive to handle highly complex, high pressure situations. Challenges. Hidden or chronic health issues need attention. So you can be vulnerable to hidden, chronic, or hard to diagnose health issues. You should never ignore small physical symptoms. So keep a proactive and regular eye on your health. The second one is quite backstabbing enemies acting friendly. So you might deal with quite backstabbing opponents, people who act friendly to your face but work against you behind the scenes. So you need to trust your intuition when a vibe feels off. The third one is debt can get complicated through sudden twists. So taking on sudden uncalculated debts or entering messy disputes can get complicated quickly. So you need to keep your financial records clear and strictly managed. What to practice? Monitor your health proactively. Be highly proactive and structured about your physical wellness. Don't wait for a crisis to start eating well. Do eat well, sleep well, get regular checkups, and that should be your routine. And the second one is trust your instincts. So always trust your gut instincts about people in your professional or daily life. If your inner radar tells you someone is acting in a hidden, suspicious way, quietly keep your distance with that person. And the third one is keep debts strictly managed. So keep your financial contracts under strict control. Avoid
complicated financial arrangements with others, and ensure all agreements are clean and documented. All 9 planets as Earth Lord in the 6th house. So if Sun is your Earth Lord in the 6th house, your sense of self and career authority get completely rebuilt through overcoming professional crisis. You develop a quiet, undeniable strength in competitive environments, and rivals simply cannot stand against you. If Moon is your Earth Lord in the 6th house, you have an incredible, resilient, emotional mind. While while you might feel the daily friction of life deeply, you carry a powerful gift for counseling or healing others who are going through deep emotional crisis. If Mars is your Earth Lord in the 6th house, you are absolute fearless in high stress situations. You excel at tackling massive, messy problems, debugging major system failures, or managing certain sudden emergencies with clean focus. If Mercury is your Earth Lord in the 6th house, you have a brilliant, sharp, analytical mind. You are fantastic at detecting bugs. You are also good at uncovering system vulnerabilities, or analyzing hidden data, or solving complex research puzzles. So your intellect outwits any competition. If Jupiter is your Earth Lord in the 6th house, so this is one of the most protected placements for Viparit Raj Yoga. So even when lawsuits, debts, or health issues surface, a natural divine shield of wisdom protects you and turns the crisis into a major life blessing. If Venus is your Earth Lord in the 6th house, you manage your daily health and recovery through quiet, private wellness routines or alternative therapies. You defeat workplace rivals not through aggressive arguments but with incredible charm and quiet diplomacy. If Saturn is your Earth Lord in the 6th house, you simply outlast any obstacle or rival through sheer discipline and quiet patience. While managing chronic health issues or routine work that might feel slow, but you build an unbreakable foundation that keeps you standing. If Rahu is linked to Earth Lord or 6th house, this will bring a obsessive drive to outwork your competition. Your approach to healing, therapy, or managing daily stress is highly unconventional but also incredibly effective, leading to sudden spectacular victories. If Ketu is linked to 8th Lord or the 6th house, you defeat your enemies and obstacles by completely detaching from the drama. You don't engage in arguments. You have an ancient past life connection of selfless service, resolving conflicts through spiritual wisdom and surrender. 8th Lord in the 7th house. So the 7th house is the house of marriage, your life partner, your business partnerships, and how you deal with the public. So it's also the house of public relations. So when 8th Lord comes into 7th house, so 8th Lord is the planet of secrets, sudden transformations, and deep hidden energies. So when that comes into the 7th house, so your closest relationships will never be simple or superficial. They are meant to be incredibly intense, deep, and life changing. So this placement means your partner is going to be the biggest agent of change in your life. Through them, you will go through profound personal transformations. Your marriage won't just be about daily routines. It will have real emotional depth. Yes, there can be sudden ups and downs, unexpected revelations, or moments of intense emotional crisis in your relationship. But the beauty is, any bond that survives these deep waters becomes absolute, unbreakable, and solid. Also, the 8th house brings shared resources here. This means you can experience great financial breakthroughs, joint properties, or inheritances through your spouse or business partners. Strengths: deep, highly magnetic, and transformative bonds. So you have a deep magnetic and soulful connection with your partner. You don't do casual surface level relationships. You connect at a very raw, meaningful level. Second one is financial gains through partners, assets, or inheritance. So that's a strong possibility. of major financial gains, joint assets, or inheritance coming to you through your partner's side of the family. Third one is prosperous joint ventures in research or healing. So you can build highly successful partnerships in fields like deep research, psychological healing, investigative analysis, or managing other people's resources. Challenges: sudden emotional crisis or life transitions in marriage. So your marriage can go through sudden intense emotional phases or unexpected shifts in life situations. So you need maturity to manage these transitions. The second one is spouse physical or emotional health needs extra care. So your partner's health can be a source of ongoing worry, or it might require active proactive care. Third one is hidden power struggles and unspoken secrets surfacing. So there could be hidden dynamics, unspoken secrets, or bottled up feelings that can build up quietly until they explode. So keeping things hidden inside the relationship will not work. So you need to open up sooner. Do not keep any secrets in the relationships. What to practice? Speak hidden feelings early. So always practice absolute transparency. So speak your hidden feelings and concerns early before they turn into major issues. So proactive honesty is your best remedy here. The second one is care for spouse health. Take regular care of your spouse physical and emotional health. Encourage a healthy lifestyle and do regular health checkups together. And the third one is embrace relationship depth. So embrace the intensity of your relationships instead of running away from it. Don't try to keep things artificially sweet and shallow. The depth is where your relationship actually thrives. All 9 planets as 8th lord in the 7th house. So if sun is your 8th lord in this placed in the 7th house, so your sense of self and ego go through a total rebirth through your marriage. You might deal with hidden power struggles with your spouse early on, but you gain massive strength and behind the scenes authority through them. If moon is your 8th lord in the 7th house, you have a highly intuitive psychic emotional bond with your partner. You feel their thoughts and moods instantly. Just make sure you don't absorb their stress or let hidden anxieties disturb your mental peace. If Mars is your 8th lord in the 7th house, so this brings a highly passionate, energetic, and sometimes volatile partnership. So you might experience sudden changes in your relationship status, but you can also make incredible sudden financial gains through joint ventures. If Mercury is your 8th lord in the 7th house, your partner is likely to have a highly intellectual, analytical, or research oriented mind. While communication can sometimes feel mysterious or hidden, you gain heavily through shared logical strategies and joint assets. If Jupiter is your 8th lord in the 7th house, in this is one of the most protected placement for Viparit Raj Yoga. Even when your marriage or partnerships go through intense emotional storms, uh, your inner wisdom and grace protect the bond and turn every crisis into spiritual growth. If Venus is your 8th lord in the 7th house, you experience an incredibly magnetic, deeply romantic, and private love life. You keep your relationship away from public eyes, and you can receive sudden secret wealth or artistic success through your partner. If Saturn is your 8th lord in the 7th house, so this is a heavy, highly serious and karmic placement. Your marriage requires real commitment, duty, and patience. While stability might build up slowly with some delays, the bond you create is unbreakable. If Rahu is associated with your 8th lord or the 7th house, so this will bring a highly magnetic, obsessive, and unconventional relationship dynamic. You might choose a partner from a very different background, and your marriage will go through sudden roller coaster like changes. If Ketu is your associated with your 8th lord or the 7th house, you share a profound past life connection with your partner, and so you will feel completely familiar from day one. like with your partner, and you focus on spiritual depth rather than worldly drama, and you find true peace by detaching from expectations. Eighth lord in the eighth house. So the eighth house rules sudden transformations, secrets, longevity, inheritance, occult wisdom, and unexpected life events. So eighth lord sits in its own house. So it is Swachhetra. It is called like in its own house. So it is, because of that, it is incredibly comfortable and strong here. This means the typical heavy energies of the eighth house get highly stabilized and actually become a major source of protection for you. This is one of the most powerful and unique placement in Vedic astrology. You are literally built to handle the deep, mysterious, and intense sides of life. When life throws heavy challenges or transitions your way, you don't break down. You are designed to go into the dark, find the answers, and rise back far stronger than before. Also, because the Lord of longevity is sitting in the house of longevity, your life force is deeply protected. As long as you maintain a healthy lifestyle, you have the potential for a very long, highly insightful life. Strength. The first one is exceptional longevity and physical survival instincts. So you have extraordinary survival instincts and physical resilience. Your system knows exactly how to recover and heal from major crises. The second one is natural mastery of occult or hidden sciences. You are a natural master of hidden, secret, or occult knowledge. Fields like astrology, research, psychology, or deep mystical studies are easy for you to grasp. Third one is unshakable power to rise again from crisis. You have the unshakable inner power. You are not scared of life's transitions, and you can lose everything and build it up again with absolute grace. The fourth one is gains from inheritance, research, or secrets. So, sudden financial gains through inheritances, joint assets, or hidden business deals are very common for you. Challenges, highly secretive and emotional nature. You can be highly secretive and emotionally guarded because you don't share your feelings easily. So your loved ones can feel left out or find it hard to fully connect with you. Second one is frequent sudden upheavals or life shifts. So life will keep throwing sudden shifts and upheavals at you. You cannot settle into a lazy comfort zone for too long before the universe demands a change. Third one is obsessive pull towards dark or taboo subjects. You might feel an obsessive, intense pull towards the dark, the taboo, or mysterious mysteries of life. You must make sure this doesn't lead to over worry or anxiety. What to practice? Stay open with people. Um, Make a habit to stay open and communicate with people you trust. Don't hide every minor worry, because sharing actually makes your relationships stronger. And the second one is balance depth with light. That means like that means balance your deep, intense nature with simple, everyday joy. Bring laughter, light, and fun into your routine. Because remember that you don't have to be serious all the time. The third one is maintain healthy lifestyle, like proactively maintain your physical health and daily routine. Don't take your high survival instinct for granted, and be disciplined with your health. Now, all nine planets as eighth lord placed in the eighth house. So, if Sun is your eighth lord in the eighth house, you carry a deeply powerful, quiet authority that people can feel instantly. Your sense of self gets completely shattered and rebuilt through life's crisis, and your vitality remains strong when you nurture it. If Moon is your eighth lord in the eighth house, you have an incredibly psychic, deep mind. You keep a total straight face while feeling a storm of emotions inside. Your intuition is so powerful that you can easily sense hidden agendas or secrets. If Mars is your eighth lord in the eighth house, you are physically completely fearless. You thrive in high risk, high stress environments and make a great surgeon, investigator, or crisis manager. Your body can, your body has an amazing ability to recover from injuries. If Mercury is your eighth lord in the eighth house, you have a brilliant investigative intellect. You are a master at analyzing databases, decoding systems, or researching hidden topics. You naturally uncover secrets and solve complex puzzles. If Jupiter is your eighth lord in the eighth house, you are blessed with spiritual safety net. You enjoy a highly protected long life, and every crisis you face turns directly into deep philosophical wisdom. If Venus is your eighth lord in the eighth house, your love life and deep emotional desires are kept highly private from the world. You can gain certain financial wealth through shared properties, joint accounts, or your partner's inheritance. If Saturn is your eighth lord in the eighth house, so this is the ultimate long distance runner placement. Your longevity is highly protected and you build unbreakable mental and physical strength through a slow and highly disciplined life path. If Rahu is associated with the eighth lord or the eighth house, this will bring an obsessive, highly magnetic desire to dive into taboo, occult, or hidden subjects. Your life will go through sudden dramatic rollercoaster turns, but you navigate them with surprising cleverness. If Ketu is associated with the eighth lord or the eighth house, you have effortless past life talent for mystical or hidden sciences. You carry a deep spiritual detachment, meaning when life throws sudden transitions your way, you accept them calmly, surrender, and move forward. Eighth lord in the ninth house. So ninth house is the house. Is one of the most important and beautiful house in your chart. So it represents luck, your father figure or any guru figure or teachers, higher wisdom, spiritual beliefs, and long journeys. But when the intense transformative eighth lord comes into this ninth house, this auspicious house, it brings a heavy dose of reality. It means your luck, your beliefs, and your faith are not just handed to you on a silver platter. They have to be tested, purified, and earned through major life changes. So your spiritual and philosophical path is not going to be simple straight road. You might feel that luck is occasionally blocked, or that you have to put in double the effort just to get normal results. On top of that, your father or any father figure in your relationship or your spiritual mentors might carry a very complex private or hidden story that deeply affects how you see the world. But the beautiful side of this placement is the wisdom you develop is 100% genuine. It is not something you just read in the books or blindly copy from tradition. You have lived it, you have struggled for it, and you have earned it because you have faced your own dark nights of the soul. You become a powerful natural guide for other people when they are going through their own crisis. Strengths: deep philosophical wisdom. So you possess a highly mature practical philosophy. Your faith has been tested in the fire of life, so it doesn't break easily. Second, natural gift for guiding others. So you are an amazing counselor. People naturally trust your advice during their worst moments because they can feel you speak from real experience. Third one is foreign travels and long journeys bring unexpected life breakthroughs. So travel is highly transformative for you. Moving to foreign lands or going on long journeys will bring sudden life-changing realizations and hidden opportunities. Challenges: first one is complex hidden dynamic with your father or father figure. So your relationship with your father or any father figure can carry a lot of, or even with your
mentor or teacher can carry a lot of hidden complexity or unresolved stories. So patience is the key in this matter. And the second one is lock feels blocked. So your lock can feel very stubborn. You might do everything right, yet the results get delayed. So learning to keep going without getting frustrated is your biggest lesson here. Third one is sudden upheavals in your core faith. So you will face sudden major shakeups in what you believe. You might go through a complete crisis of faith, but remember, every time your old beliefs shattered, a much deeper truth is taking its place. What to practice? Keep faith in tough times. So make it a point to hold onto your core values when things get tough. So this is exactly when your faith turns into absolute strength. Second one is be compassionate to father or any father figure or any guru figures. Try to look at your father's life or teacher's life with deep compassion and understanding rather than judgment. Healing that connection opens up your own path. Third one is help others selflessly. So focus on doing good and helping others without constantly keeping scores of the rewards. Like this placement starts giving amazing results when you act from a place of pure selfless service. All 9 planets as 8th lord in the 9th house. If Sun is your 8th lord in the 9th house, your father or any father figure or gurus might have a highly private or complicated life story that shaped you. Your ego and pride will go through deep changes, and true luck starts flowing once you learn to surrender your control. If Moon is your 8th lord in the 9th house, your mind is highly intuitive and emotionally connected to deep spiritual mysteries. You probably had a mother figure or guide who taught you how to navigate emotional crises and giving you a very quiet, powerful inner peace. If Mars is your 8th lord in the 9th house, you are incredibly passionate and bold about your beliefs. You don't mind standing alone to defend what is right, and traveling or living in foreign places will completely and permanently change who you are. If Mercury is your 8th lord in the 9th house, you have a razor sharp investigative mind. You love decoding religious texts, writing about hidden truths, or researching deep subjects. You make an excellent writer, researcher, or occult academic. If Jupiter is your 8th lord in the 9th house, so this is a beautiful placement where your greatest crisis directly lead to your highest spiritual growth. Every time life throws a curveball, you turn it into profound wisdom and come out of it blessed. If Venus is your 8th lord in the 9th house, you find deep soul stirring beauty in unconventional spiritual paths rather than typical rituals. You might also find sudden financial gains through spiritual arts, teaching, or occult related travels. If Saturn is your 8th lord in the 9th house, your spiritual and life journey is slow, disciplined, and heavy road. So wisdom won't come overnight. But the maturity you build by middle age is rock solid, and you are highly respected by everyone around you. If Rahu is your 8th lord in the 9th house, you have very unconventional, out of the box beliefs and might follow a non traditional or foreign guru. This brings sudden, unexpected luck and breakthroughs from areas you never would have imagined. If 8th lord is if Ketu is linked to 8th lord in the 9th house, you carry an effortless past life spiritual mastery. You don't feel the need to show off your wisdom. You naturally understand the deeper meaning of life, and you can surrender your worries with absolute grace. 8th lord in the 10th house. The 10th house is your karma bhava. It is the house that rules your career, your daily profession, your public image, and your reputation, your authority. So when 8th lord, the planet of sudden changes, secrets, and transformations, comes into this house, your professional life is not going to follow a boring straight line.
It is meant to have dramatic turning points and sudden shifts. So with this placement, your career story won't look like a typical 9 to 5 desk job where you stay in one seat forever. So you might experience sudden job changes, complete career reinventions, or moments where your professional direction changes overnight. But you do not have to worry about that. Every time you go through these career crises, you come out much stronger, and what you eventually build carries a deep expertise that nobody can copy, and you are naturally suited for jobs that deal with hidden details, solving crises, or deep analysis. So fields like medicine, psychology, tax auditing, research, defense, or astrology are excellent paths where your professional power can truly shine. Strength: natural in investigation or healing careers. So you are a natural fit for investigative, research based, or healing careers. You thrive when working behind the scenes or handling deep, complex projects. The second one is deep, highly respected professional expertise. So you build a reputation based on true competency. People respect you not because of fake marketing, but because you can solve messy problems and that many others panic. Third one is incredible power to bounce back from job shifts. So you have that massive career resilience. If you lose a job or face a corporate setback, you have the inner strength to build yourself again from scratch. Challenges: sudden unexpected career upheavals. So there could be sudden career disruptions or unexpected job changes. You need to keep yourself emotionally prepared for these professional plot twists. Second one is workplace politics and hidden competitors. So that can be a bit heavy. You might deal with hidden rivals or passive aggressive co-workers who try to work against you behind your back. So third one is heavy career stress directly affecting health. So work pressure can easily spoil your physical health. So when deadlines get intense, your body will take the hit first if you are not careful. What to practice? Embrace career shifts calmly. Don't fight career changes when they arrive. View every unexpected job changes as the universe clearing a path for much better. Watch workplace politics closely. Stay alert when dealing with office politics. Trust your gut instincts about people at work. Don't share your private professional plans freely. And third one is protect health from work stress. So keep strict boundaries between your work life and your wellness. No amount of career success is worth sacrificing your peace of mind or sleep. All 9 planets as 8th Lord in the 10th house. If Sun is your 8th Lord in the 10th house, you carry a powerful, quiet authority in secret or research areas. Your professional identity gets rebuilt through job crisis, or you gain solid behind the scenes leadership power over time. If Moon is your 8th Lord in the 10th house, your career decisions are highly intuitive. You do best in healing, public welfare, or counseling. But you must make sure your professional confidence doesn't fluctuate with your daily mood. If Mars is your 8th Lord in the 10th house, you have a warrior energy at work. You are fearless in high stress careers like emergency medicine, surgery, technical troubleshooting, or defense, and you fight passionately for your respect. If Mercury is your 8th Lord in the 10th house, you have a brilliant, sharp, analytical mind. You make a great researcher, coder, forensic auditor, or psychologist because you can easily spot system bugs and hidden details that others miss. If Jupiter is your 8th Lord in the 10th house, you are blessed with amazing safety net. No matter how messy the corporate politics or government office arguments get, a natural divine shield of wisdom protects your public image and turns crisis into growth. If Venus is your 8th Lord in the 10th house, you love having a private, beautiful career in hidden arts or behind the scenes creative work. You can make sudden financial gains through joint ventures, audits, or your spouse resources. if Saturn is your 8th lord in the 10th house, your professional growth is very slow, but it is highly disciplined. Success won't come overnight. It will come by the middle age, and you build an absolute permanent rock solid reputation that nobody can shake. If Rahu is linked to 8th lord or 10th house, this will bring a rocket speed, highly dramatic career. You might experience sudden, highly visible public rise, and your unconventional style makes it impossible for people to ignore you. If Ketu is linked to 8th lord or the 10th house, you feel zero attachment or to corporate titles or show off promotions. You naturally excel in niche or spiritual or deeply researched fields. You earn profound respect from your peers without even asking for it. 8th lord in the 11th house. The 11th house is your Labha Bhava. This is the house of gains, your regular income, your social networks, your elder siblings, and how your deepest wishes get fulfilled. So this is also a house of desire fulfillment. So this is also called a Upachya house. It means like it will grow and give better results as you put in more life experiences. So, but when the intense 8th lord sits here, your money and your friendships are not going to be simple or predictable. This will carry a very transformative and sudden energy. So with this placement, your financial journey is not a flat, boring line. You won't get a steady, predictable increment every single year without any drama. Like instead, like you might experience sudden spikes in wealth, unexpected bonuses, inheritances, like profits from hidden assets or massive returns from research projects. But the catch here is like your income can also have sudden quiet periods. So managing your cash flow smartly is your golden key, or is what you need to think about. So your social circle won't be filled with superficial talkers. You are naturally drawn to deep, private, or highly knowledgeable people who work in research, healing, technology, or sacred fields. So these connections might stay low key, but they will bring major life changing opportunities when you least expect them. So the strengths, unexpected cash flows. So you have the natural knack for pulling in gains through hidden or unconventional sources. Money can come to you through joint investments, research work, or system audits. The second strength is sudden financial support from your network. So your network can act as a hidden support system. When you are going through a tough phase, a friend or elder sibling will often show up with the exact resource you need. Third one is long-term wishes get fulfilled. So your major life goals will get fulfilled. Even if a dream seems dead, it has a funny way of coming back to life and manifesting through a completely unexpected shortcut. So that kind of things can happen in your life. Challenges. So your social circles can have hidden agendas. So your social circles can have hidden dynamics. You might occasionally deal with people who pretend to support you, but they might have secret jealousy behind their backs. Second one is complicated or highly dynamic relationship with elder siblings. So your relationship with elder siblings can be highly complex. There can be sudden power struggles or moments where you have to step up to support them through a crisis. Third one is income is highly unpredictable. So your income can be a bit of a roller coaster. You will have phases where money is overflowing, followed by dry spells that test your patience. So there could be sudden highs and lows of income. What to practice? Save heavily during high earning phases. So make it a strict rule to save aggressively during your high earning seasons. So because building a solid financial buffer keeps you completely stress free during unpredictable phases. And choose your inner circle carefully. Be highly selective about
who enters your inner social circle. So you don't need a huge crowd, just a few loyal, deep thinking friends that are more than enough. And third one is trust the journey of your desires. So stay patient when your big goals take time to manifest. Trust that the universe is working behind the scenes and your wishes will be granted in a way that surprises you beautifully. All nine planets as Earth Lord in the 11th house. So if Sun is your Earth Lord in the 11th house, your income flows through holding high authority roles in hidden, research based, or corporate tax fields. Your elder sibling dynamic is highly intense, and major career transformations will ultimately skyrocket your gains. If Moon is your Earth Lord in the 11th house, your financial flow is deeply tied to your emotional state and peace of mind. You can make amazing gains through healing, networks, counseling, or public welfare, but keep your savings plan highly disciplined. If Mars is your 8th Lord in the 11th house, you are very driven and competitive when it comes to earning money. You can make sudden massive gains through high stakes fields or crisis management networks. But you need to watch out for arguments in your social circle. If Mercury is your 8th Lord in the 11th house, you make brilliant financial decisions using your sharp analytical mind. You can earn very well through data science, coding, investigative research, or writing about occult and deep psychological subjects. If Jupiter is your 8th Lord in the 11th house, you are blessed with an incredible divine protection. Even if your income sources face a sudden block, your wisdom and deep connections will turn the crisis around and bring a massive, unexpected wealth. If Venus is your 8th Lord in the 11th house, you have a very private, charming way of building wealth. You can make sudden financial gains through private artistic projects, creative collaborations, or managing joint assets with your spouse or partner. If Saturn is your 8th Lord in the 11th house, then your financial growth is slow, but it is steady and disciplined. Wealth won't rain on you overnight, but the long term networks you build will secure an absolute empire of solid permanent assets by middle age. If Rahu is linked to 8th Lord or 11th house, it will be a highly magnetic and explosive placement for wealth. So you can experience sudden massive wealth from foreign clients or technology platforms or unconventional businesses. So looking at those sudden wealth, like everyone could feel completely shocked. If Ketu is linked to 8th Lord or 11th house, you will have a very beautiful detached attitude toward material wealth. You don't live to show off your money. You have a calm surrender that allows unexpected financial gains and spiritual communities to flow to you effortlessly. 8th Lord in the 12th house. So the 12th house is your Vyaya Bhava. So it is the house of losses, expenditure, isolation, sleep, foreign lands, and the vast, quiet space of your subconscious mind. So when the intense 8th Lord enters this house, this is a very fascinating alignment. Since both the 8th and the 12th are challenging Dusthana houses, so placing a house of crisis into a house of loss, so that will create a very powerful dynamic. So the negatives tend to neutralize each other. That will pave the way for unexpected strength, protection, and deep spiritual awakening. So what this placement means? So with this placement, your life is heavily protected from major external catastrophes. The struggles, hidden enemies, corporate obstacles that are sent to bring you down end up dissolving on their own, often without you lifting a finger. So your greatest victories do not come from aggressive fighting, but they come from mastering the psychological art of letting go. Your inner life is very rich. You are naturally drawn to quiet spaces, deep psychological self analysis, occult mysteries, or meditation. So, spending time in isolated, peaceful settings like
foreign countries, spiritual retreats, or even just working in a quiet remote home office, that can feel deeply uh, restorative for your mind and soul. Strength, highly advanced psychic intuition. So first, you have an incredibly sharp intuition. So you can read the invisible energy of a room or spot hidden red flags in a project, like before anyone can even suspect something is wrong. The second strength is adversaries dissolve without conflict. So you hold a natural shield against workplace politics or rivals. So opponents who attempt to work against you behind the scenes usually end up defeating themselves. The third one is deep healing through solitude. So you have an incredible capacity to find peace in solitude. While others panic when left alone, you use isolation to recharge. So you use isolation to learn new skills and build a solid independent mindset. Challenges, hard to diagnose health issues. So physical symptoms can sometimes be vague or tricky to pinpoint. So if you feel off, you cannot rely on quick surface level checkups. You need to dig deeper and look at the root causes. The second one is sudden financial leaks. So there could be financial leakage can occur through quite unexpected channels. For example, like the subscription fees or hidden fees or impulse purchases can quietly drain your hard-earned savings if you are not paying close attention to them. Third one is highly active subconscious and restless subconscious mind. So your subconscious mind is highly active, so which can occasionally disturb your sleep pattern. So emotional or work related stress will also target your sleep first. What to practice? Investigate health symptoms thoroughly. Never ignore vague or subtle messages from your body. Treat your health with thorough care. And the second one is protect your sleep routine daily. Like establish a sacred screen-free routine before bedtime, because protecting your sleep is absolutely non-negotiable for keeping your sharp mind running smoothly. And third one is surrender control, do not resist. That means when you face major changes, practice surrender instead of control. The moment you stop trying to control the uncontrollable, the cosmic alignment kicks in and the universe quickly clears the path for you. So you need to remember that. All 9 planets as 8th Lord in the 12th house. So if Sun is your 8th Lord in the 12th house, your ego undergoes a major spiritual surrender and you find your true power by holding quiet back channel authority in behind the scenes roles or foreign institutions. If Moon is your 8th Lord in the 12th house, your deep emotional healing happens in quiet isolation, making spiritual retreats, meditation, and private research absolute lifesavers for your peace of mind. If Mars is your 8th Lord in the 12th house, your intense energy is directed towards solving complex back-end problems, making you exceptional at debugging deep system issues or quietly managing crisis. If Mercury is your 8th Lord in the 12th house, you have a brilliant investigative mind, perfect for building complex databases, analyzing hidden informations, or managing highly confidential consulting work. If Jupiter is your 8th Lord in the 12th house, you are blessed with an invisible divine shield that steps in during major professional or financial crises that will resolve the issues through sudden unexpected luck. If Venus is your 8th Lord in the 12th house, you possess a beautiful, highly private inner world and can generate sudden income through foreign collaborations, overseas projects, or hidden creative ventures. If Saturn is your 8th Lord in the 12th house, you build a slow, highly disciplined inner structure that handles intense stress with quiet endurance that will allow you to easily outlast any outer world obstacles. If Rahu is linked to 8th Lord or the 12th house, this placement will spark a powerful, sudden drive toward foreign travel or complete personal reinvention that will help you discover your ultimate calling in totally new environments. If Ketu is linked to 8th Lord or the 12th house, so this is the ultimate placement for spiritual liberation that will give you an strong ability to let go of old material attachments and find an unshakable inner peace that nothing can disturb. That's all for today's video. This completes the 8th Lord in the 12th house series. Drop your ascendants and the placement that felt most like you in the comments below. I would love to hear from you. And if this was helpful, please like the video, share it with someone who needs to hear it, and subscribe so you do not miss the next one in the series. Thank you so much for watching and keep growing.